Whoa. Thought I slipped in some dog shit then. Is wild camping worth the hassle? Now I've been wild camping for about 2 years now, and I've filmed every single one of them for the channel. Some we take a little bit of mickey or poke the fun at other big YouTubers, do little skits and stuff like that, but that's another story. But I can't tell you what gear to buy because I don't know what budget you've got. But you are going to need, so you're going to need a tent, a sleeping bag, a sleeping mat, a stove, some gas, a lighter, a spare lighter, food, a head torch, a power bank, waterproofs, spare clothes, first aid kit. If you're going to source in your own water, a water filter, and all that to go in a rucksack. So a big enough rucksack for all that. But just make sure you do the research. Now, this is where the hassle comes in from it. There's so much out there, isn't there? With tents you can buy for 50 quid right up to over £1,000. Now if you've got an unlimited budget, fantastic, the world's your oyster. But if you haven't, that's when it becomes a little bit more difficult. Like I say, there's so much range out there. But what you want to do first is obviously pick your tent. Now what I mean by that is pick your tent for what you're going to use it for. Now if you're just starting off, do you really want to go up to the top of mountains, especially at winter time, for it to be absolutely destroyed by the winds up there? Or do you just want to pick a tent for a nice valley camp or next to a river or a beck? So pick wisely. What do you want? What do you actually want it for? There's loads of videos out there that you can do all that on a budget. But let me tell you from experience, because I did mine on a budget, you never finished buying gear. Trust me on that. No matter what your budget is, there's always something else to get. Buying gear, where do you start? Do your research for what you want it for, and do your research for your budget and not anybody else's budget. There's loads of Facebook groups out there with loads of advice. That's the first hassle, isn't it? Buying your gear. So you've got all your gear, fantastic. That's your first hurdle. You're ready to go out and taste and experience wild camping for the first time. But where do you go? You know, there's so many places where you can go, and it depends where you live. You've got more places to go than others without travelling too far. So you do your research, look at maps, Google Maps, buy your little books for walks, so you find your spot. And then that's when the anxiety creeps in. The morning or a couple of days before you camp, before you head out. Do you put it off because you're not feeling it? But look, you get more comfortable doing the things that you're scared of. The more you do them, the more comfortable you become doing them. So you're aware, you've chose your spot, well done, and you head out there. But what have you brought for food? Now I'll be honest with you, I do not like dehydrated meals. Oh, they're horrible. Do not like them one bit. The Wayfarer meals that you can buy are a little bit better, but they're not the best thing. You're going to take something delicious, steak, burgers, sausages, bacon, because there's no better than cooking a right good meal once you're out in the mills or them valleys. It's fantastic. So that could be another hassle, couldn't it? What food you're going to take. And of course, don't forget about the water, your beers, a nip of whiskey. Picking the right food. So let's go back over a couple of steps while I'm catching my breath walking up this big hill. You've got your gear, you've got location, you've got over the anxiety of heading out, you've picked your food, you've got your pack on your back. It weighs a ton, doesn't it? That first few camps, I mean, I've reduced my weight a bit, but yeah, that first few miles, fitness is a big hassle. Are you going to be fit enough to carry 10, 15, in some people's cases 20 kg on your pack? Make sure you're fit, because that will be a chore in itself. You're ready to set off. It's your first morning. Weather forecast, chucking it down, windy. Do you want to go through all that? And you can't predict the weather, especially English weather. Even if it says it's going to be bright and sunshine. Oh God. Do you want to go for a couple of hours hike in rain and set up in rain? Probably not. Because the weather is one big hassle, isn't it? I've put plenty of camps off just because of weather. Should I do it? Should you put camps off? Should you put the camps off because of weather? In some cases you may never head out. But yeah, the weather. Now, if any of you guys out there have been wild camping, or even if you're just starting off, if you've not been on your first one, what's your hassles? What's something that puts you off, or what's something that is putting you off going out on your first one? Drop a comment, let me know, let other people know, whoever read the comments, of what your hassles are of wild camping. Another hassle, sleep. Yeah, sleep. Now, some people say that they sleep better outside in hills than they do in their own bed. For me, I do. If it's not blowing a gale, I do. If it's not absolutely peeing it down. But yeah, sleep. You've done a couple of hours walk, hike. You've managed to cook some food. You've sat and enjoyed that peace and quiet. Time to tuck up in your sleeping bag. And then just sleep just won't come. And you toss and you turn. And then you hear the noises outside your tent. You're like, what's that? What's that? What is that? It's probably just a rabbit walking past, or some sort of animal, curious animal, seeing what that big object is in the middle of the field outside the river. It's not usually there. So yeah, sleep can be a big one, because when you get up in the morning, you've got that walk back to the car and you've only had about an hour's kip. Yeah, hassle, sleep. And Stuart, let's not forget about those pesky midges. So the plan was to have some breakfast. It's 7:15, and as you can tell by the setup, the midges are back. There's just too many of them. You've survived the night. You've got up, put a brew on, took in the scenery, and you've done it. Then you look at your tent and it's piss wet through, absolute piss wet through. And you're like, oh God. If it's winter, you have to start packing it down. Your hands are frozen solid. and everything's just like, oh God almighty, this is an absolute pain. And for some absolute idiots out there, just leave it and walk away, which is absolutely disgusting. So you've packed all your gear up, your bag seems heavier, but you're on your way back to the car. Now I might seem like I'm completely putting you off doing it, especially if you've not done it before, but I tell you what, you know, what it does for the mind and the body is something completely different. Now I've had all sorts of hobbies, from drawing to, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of all my hobbies. But I've had all sorts of hobbies, too many to list, and I always go full on in, and I never really get that sense of achievement with, or I've never had that sense of achievement with them hobbies, and they just don't last long. It's just more of a fad, is what my missus tends to say to me. Not another fad, but this one's stuck with me. So yeah, while it looks like I'm putting you off, maybe I am, maybe I just want them hills for myself and not share them with loads of other wild campers. There's just something about it that just draws me back out there over and over again, because it's unlike anything I've done before. So yeah, it can be a grind, it can be a bit of an hassle, but I definitely wouldn't beat it, because there's just something about wild camping that is just true. And every single one of them hassles are worth it. Absolutely worth it. So let's just quickly go over them hassles again. Buying your gear. Make sure you buy the right gear for you. Choosing the right food to take. Choosing the spot. Make sure you choose the right one. The one that's suitable for you. The one where you're not going to get moved on. Overcoming the anxiety. Just do it. Get out there. The weather. While the weather can be horrendous sometimes, you can absolutely have some fantastic camps. Absolutely fantastic camps. The sleep. I've slept like a baby sometimes. The packing up. It's a chore. It's an hassle. But as soon as you're packed up and start heading out there, what are you doing? What are we all doing? We're planning his next one. 100% planning his next camp. And I can't wait for my next one, even though I've not planned it yet. But that's due to work commitments. But get out there, overcome the hassles. Because I tell you what, once you've done it, you will enjoy it. Absolutely 100% enjoy it. Maybe one day I'll see you out on the mills. See you up next one.